G'day world, how you all doing? Welcome back to the show. I'm Albert Jones. For those of you who don't know who we are, I manage a few teams of astral projectors and we fly around at night trying to make the world a better place and trying to shut down the cabal and their non-physical allies. This video here should explain to you a couple of things about it's effectively our mission statement. So the work we've been doing has been varied and wild and adventurous, but we wanted to take a step back and get a bird's eye view of what we're doing and why. And this is what Gaia told us. You see, Gaia is going through some developmental stages, which I don't think is a surprise to anybody. And in doing so, she goes through phases. She goes through this phase, and then she goes through that phase, and then she goes through that phase, because the Earth has to travel in an internal emotional journey or what have you, developmental journey. She has to travel from here all the way over there. For the physics of it, I don't think you'd see anything like it, but on the astral planes, it's becoming clearer and clearer. You see, Earth goes through this phase first, then goes through that phase, and then goes through that phase. And what we want is for her to complete this phase with top marks, with absolute perfection, to complete every task and reach her developmental maximum before she moves into the next one. So she starts here, as strong as she can, and then hopefully with the next one. And what our team is doing is making adjustments for her so that she reaches her highest developmental peak as she goes from phase to phase. What does this look like to us? So let's imagine she's going through this arena or this test or this emotional issue. And she starts from a hole here and she travels hopefully to a bullseye here. If she reaches her very, very, very best position, she'll go straight through that hole. But what this looks like is it's like shooting from a gun, right? Or throwing a dart at a dartboard, right? When it's thrown wildly, when she's a bit off center, then she could hit the dartboard anywhere here. And after each mission, that dartboard gets a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller until she bullseyes until her trajectory goes bullseye into that perfect state. And all of our missions, this is the overarching work that we're doing, is shutting down those things that add wobble onto her, shutting down those things that make her less than perfect. So as she travels from this through this phase to this phase to this phase, she is the best person that she can be, the best planet that she can be, right? And so, for us coaches, it's kind of a joke that Gaia is looking to us to coach her through a development. It's a bit of a laugh, but the world is full of weirder things than we ever would have guessed. But topics like separation or the difference between man and God, once we close the gap between man and God and realize that each human is responsible for give or take 75 kilos of God, that changes the entire thing rather than the story that this picture is telling. Or when we find an earthling slave trading station in one of the asteroids in the asteroid belt, when we go there and start, turning over tables would be a gentle way to say things. But this sort of stuff narrows the trajectory. It narrows the outcomes. It narrows how strong she can be. Because each one of these things weakens her, and then she can't choose where she's going to end up. And if she's going to end up in the top, if she's going to end up in the absolute perfect position for her next trials, then it's important to close down those wobbly bits to remove that chaos from her so she can be as strong as she can be. And that's the overarching statement for what our teams are doing. If you want to join our teams, come do my course. It starts in January. My Ultimate Shadow work came out a couple of weeks ago. It's fantastic. You should take a look at it. It's on my website. I also have the first interview with one of the 7 deadly sins coming out before New Year's, so look for that. And also have a book coming out. About the energy of food. And so I have a lot going on. and I would love your support, but keep what, so, and to do that, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do that now. Like the video. If you really love me, send me some coin on Patreon, because it goes to the team members who are in a financially troubled state, so that they can do more of this earth-changing work than ever before. Look, my love to you all. May the force be with you, and bye for now.